I'm sure this is not your first time to join Mastermind. In many countries that you may have participated. But Mastermind is really a thought leader discussions where we intimately discuss specific trending HR topics. And the format always includes the host from the country. And we also invite a prominent guest speaker to deliver the intended topic that we are going to discuss. Right. I see in the chat that there are some guests here that is firstly joining Mastermind. So thank you very much, Mr. Sarkar, Mr. Hussein, Mr. Lowe, Miss Kuna, Miss Marlene, Miss Amelia. Okay. Or shall we go by first name to make it more intimate and interactive? I hope you don't mind me doing that. Thank you so much for the participation. We got more and more participants today, 19. Right. So back to what Mastermind is all about. We have an interactive discussion during the Mastermind. And with the lead topic that we have selected, right? So tonight, we are going to have a couple of activities when the time permits. Yeah, it's usually involving small team discussions. And for the participants tonight, you will be privileged to be provided with the summary of the discussions tonight and the material as well. And that will be kindly arranged by Carmen, the executive administrator of AsiaHRM. And let me introduce myself. I'm the host of Mastermind Indonesia. My name is Dia Ambarwati. I'm currently heading the HR department of Sun Life Financial Indonesia, a multinational life insurance headquartered in Canada. And we've been operating more than 25 years in Indonesia. And since we are talking about HRBP tonight, yeah, I need to share that my experience as HRBP has run over 29 years. And it has been spread amongst various organizations as well. And I have to share with you as well, even I'm the head of HR in Sun Life, I still am managing important divisions or key divisions as a HRBP. So I'm still dealing an end-to-end businesses of being a HR business partner. Since we have many newcomers in this case, right? Before we go on with the small discussions later on, can we kindly introduce ourselves to everyone in this group? And if you don't mind sharing the video so people would see how you are, pretty, handsome, interesting, something like that. Just kidding, of course. So we can be more intimate in this case. All right, so probably I can start from Amelia. Maybe you can start introducing yourself. Just quick one. Hi.
Hello, hi everyone. Thank you for calling me first, dear. Did not expect that to come. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Emilia. I'm from Malaysia. I was an HR before. I left corporate about 6 years ago to start up my own business, and currently I'm running business management consultancy and also and pharmacy. So I have two business currently going on, but I'm here as a HR. I learn from the best just to make sure that I always update my knowledge from all the experts in the industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amelia. Marlene, your floor is ready.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. My name is Mary Len again, and I'm the CEO and founder of Customized Training Solutions Private Limited. From my accent, you would know I'm from Philippines. I'm based in Singapore, though. And what we do is we help companies and leaders across industries and from different countries as well globally to be able to thrive and transform, by helping them in different aspects of sorry, by helping them on different aspects to address their 5 Ps as well by providing them training and other interventions or solutions with the help of our world-class leaders. So I don't really have any HR experience to be exact, but I had a lot of opportunity to be able to work with other HR personnel and leaders from around the globe. So I'll be glad to be able to learn from everyone here as well and share what I know in terms of the interventions that we've actually done before. Thank you.
Thank you, Marilyn. Really appreciate it. Can we have Alexandra next? Alexandra Lowe.
I'm so sorry, I'm outside. I cannot be able to turn on the camera.
No worries.
I am from Hong Kong here. I'm in a training for the past couple of years. And majority is a training engineer in soft skills and also how to present and communication. And I would love to do this your network here and connect to other parts of Asia to be able to know more other people and how in the HR section and build better connection. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexandra. Can we have Saikat next? Hello, Saikat.
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
I'm Shaukat.
Yeah.
I'm Shaukat from Bangladesh and now working at SSL Commerce Limited. It is a gateway payment services company. After that, I was working at Nestle Bangladesh Limited, Golden Harvest Group, and it's first time to participate in your program. Hope for the best.
Thank you, Saikat. Really appreciate it. And my dear friend Marie, would you like to reintroduce yourself? I know you. It's been exciting to keep seeing you joining us. Thank you so much. So please introduce yourself.
Hi, Dia. How are you? Hi,
Very
my
good.
name is Marie. Yeah, my name is Marie. I'm actually from Cambodia, but currently working here in Cambodia for 3 years as an HR practitioner. So I'm also a member of AsiaHRM Core Committee member. So I think most of you met me. I usually do the facilitating for AsiaHRM monthly sharing, and I'm happy to support Dia every time on her mastermind session because there's a lot of takeaway. Even I'm in the car or in the tuk-tuk, I make it a point that I'm going to join Dia's presentation. You're going to love it, and especially today because the guest speaker is Dr. Masharaf. So he's also really good guy. So I did I was one of the mediator during his session. I think that was last year. It was really good. So I'm happy to be here with everyone, and I'm happy to meet all of you here. Thank you.
And if we can have Claudia to introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. Hi Mbak Dia.
Hi.
Yes, good evening. I usually join a few sessions of HRM before, I think last year, but during my maternity leave, so I just leave for everything. So, so I'm an HR director of Apsara Group. It's a Singapore-based business, consists of few of sectors. And I also now supporting a Global Excel Indonesia, a third-party administration, which is similar to your business, but so also from
Okay.
Canada. Yes, I've been very lucky to know HRM Asia. I learn a lot and can sharing a lot. That's all. Thank you, Mbak Dia.
Thank you. And we have Bengli Patricia. If you can introduce yourself.
Hi, good evening. I'm Patricia. I think I'm first time here for the group. Yeah, this is the Indonesian group. So I'm in a regional HR in Singapore. So we are an engineering machine company. So I would like to learn more in sharing from other HR people or even suppliers so that like we can network for the purpose of my job. Yeah, so I'm just happy to be in the group. Yeah, to share
Thank
information.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Should I call you Patricia?
Yeah, you can call me Patricia.
All right. So probably next you can be our guest speaker, Patricia. Understanding your role, you may be able to give us the, high level strategy of HR. I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Let's move on.
Thanks.
Let's move on to Steven. Steven, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, I'm Steven. I'm based in Singapore as well. Actually, I'm a regional HR manager too. So, but for a logistic company, a US-based logistic company. Yeah. So over here, I basically oversee 5 countries. So Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, and Indonesia. So I believe that this session will give more insight to me in terms of HR business partnership with the senior leadership of the company. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Another, great guest speaker to be appointed in the next meetings. Thank you so much, Stephen. And we have Mr. Abdullah, also a prominent HR that is quite famous among the HRM speakers. How are you, sir?
Hi, Diana. How are you?
Very good.
I just introduce myself. My name is Zul Hamid bin Abdullah. Can call me Zul. I'm currently the head of HR for Honda Malaysia, and I'm the country lead for HRM for Malaysia. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we have Pak Leonardo Hutasoit. Pak Leo, maybe you would like to introduce yourself.
Hi, Budia. How are you?
Very good.
Thank you, Budia. I'm Leonardo. I'm from Indonesia. I'm HR manager at one of Accor hotels. At Accor, HR we call talent and culture. So I'm very glad to be here, willing to learn a lot about Hrbp. And Budia is my mentor. Thank you, Bu, to accept me to join this session. Thank you. That's all from me.
No worries. Thank you so much for your joining. And Arya, how are you, Arya?
Hello, Madia. I'm good. Thanks for the session as well. Hello, everyone. My name is Arya. I'm from Indonesia. Right now, I'm the country lead for retail, Singapore-based as well. It's called Lux Asia. We're based in luxury products. I'm quite new in human resources as well. That's why I wanted to learn more about this world from the experts. I've been joined Lux Asia in 3 different countries. I was in Taiwan and Singapore. now I'm going back to Indonesia for human resources as well. Thank you.
Great. And Mr. Farouk, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, I am Mohammad Farouk Hussain, working as a management coordinator with Sujay Hassan Network, Bangladesh. It's a health providing organization in our country. Before that, I was also working with Bangladesh Red Crescent Society as an admin and HR officer in the emergency response program. Also, I was working with GRAC. It's a largest NGO in the world actually, and I also working with Indian Application Center and the State Bank of India, and I am very happy to join this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Farouk. Now we have Ibu Geraldine.
Hi, my name is Geraldine. I'm from Indonesia. Actually, I was in HR in one of the hospitality industry, but actually I'm retired already. And then I think in the 5 years I was involved in more involved in the business strategics, not in HR. That's why I like to learn and to study about the HR, updated of course. And now actually I'm a professional coach because I took a certification about the coach. That's me. That's nice to have a discussion with all of you, but sorry, maybe I have to turn off the video because the connection sometimes is unstable. Thank you, Mbak Dia, to invite me to join for this event.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And we have in order, I don't need to appoint one by one. So we will have Mr. Amir and then Kuna. I'm not sure whether you are a Miss or Mr. And
it's
then
Miss Kuna. It's Miss.
Okay, so probably Mr. Amir, you can start first.
Hello everyone. My name is Ami Hazril, from all the way from Malaysia. So I've just recently been promoted as a junior HRBP. So just learning to get my way around the HR business partnering and learning how to get into and providing better better services to the business leaders. Yeah.
So you come to the right circle then.
Yes, thank you.
And then we have Miss Kuna. Please welcome to Asia.
Hi, thank you very much. I'm Kuna from Malaysia. AsiaHRM always been a great platform for ongoing learning. I'm based in the HR industry for the past 17 years, and currently I am serving Bumi Armada, one of the oil and gas organization in Malaysia. Yeah, I just came to this platform to kind of de-stress myself, to hear from the other part of the world, the HR stories and best practices. Yeah, that is pretty much about myself.
Thank you so much. And then Ibu Cici. Mbak Cici. Or maybe we can move on to Miss Fatima. Oh, in that case, I'm moving on to Mr. Shamim Ahmed.
Okay. Sorry, Mbak Dia, I have technical problems. Yes. Hi, I'm Cici.
Okay.
Yeah, I've known Ibu Dia for long time ago when we work in the hospitality industry. And this is actually, I'm from Indonesia, and this is my second time to join this HRM Asia session. And my last position was a country HR manager for one of the non-profit organization in Indonesia. And I'm basically very excited to always learn about new things in HR and always excited to upgrade my knowledge basically. So happy to learn from all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And Mr. Shamim, please go ahead, introducing yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Shamim Ahmed. I'm from Bangladesh. I have been working as a chair last 5 years. I work at different local organization in Bangladesh. I'm very happy to join with you, and let's see. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So while we are waiting for Mr. Musharraf Hussain to be around us, I just would like to share with us on the definition of HRBP. I see HRBP is an individual with strong understanding of key HR disciplines, accountable for designing and building organization capability within business units. And then the person is also a sound player on the socialization and implementation of enterprise-wide policies, processes, and the programs. The HRBP role actually was firstly introduced, and correct me if I'm wrong, by our HR guru. Does anyone know who he is? The famous, professor from United States. Anybody would like to guess who he is?
Dave Ulrich.
Yes, Dave Ulrich. Yeah. So HRBP concept has been long enough in HR practice, right? And it becomes effectively used up until now. I'm not sure whether your organization has been using it or has moved on from it or not yet using it, right? But when I'm assigned to be HRBP or do the role of HRBP, I personally feel that the general knowledge about HR has to be there. Yeah, when we are with a certain company where the strategy of business is clear and HR becomes a player to be a part of the business, this is actually a very good role for us to develop ourselves and to improve ourselves, right? In many organizations, HRBP has a different leveling kind of or hierarchy or structure. I remember one of us just, got appointed to become the junior HRBP. And in my context of my organization, for example, the junior HRBP is someone who's still managing the client groups through HR processes, but in a different, in a probably smaller scale or handling smaller stakeholders or only a couple of business units or departments. So in a more seasoned and advanced assignment, HRBP can be even sitting as a part of the senior management team, and the stakeholders probably is the key decision maker sitting at the board of directors or senior management team. So that's how the HRBP is spread or widely mapped within an organization. And this is again depending on how the organization enables the role of HRBP, or put the HRBP as their strategic partner or business partner in this case. just to give you, another overview, aside from HRBP, we also have specific functions called Center of Excellence. And this is basically the people or individuals who are advanced in being subject matter expert in HR programs and processes. And the Center of Excellence people also give advice to HRBP or liaise with HRBP and their clients. The other function of other than HRBP and Center of Excellence people is also HR management system, or probably in your organization it is also called HRIS, expert, and this is the people that advance in being the subject matter expert of systems and processes, program management, and then policy, configuration of governance, and so on and so forth. And then we also have a day-to-day role that is transactionally or fluently flowing in HR as a high traffic needs, right? And this is usually coming under the category of HR services. And this is basically focuses on the escalations in client services, troubleshooting day-to-day problems, walking through managers through transactions, liaising with, HRBP, COE, and other stakeholders to improve processes, right? And usually this kind of HR team is the one who are highly contacted by the employees as well. So that's how the HR is arranged, at least in my organization. And hopefully this is something that is also in certain scale or in certain, application is what available in your organization, I find the HR business partner role really is started from the key skills that needs to be a part of us, right? In this case, we are usually known as an expert in HR generalists, where we are perceived as people that is highly competent in all HR disciplines, right? And then we are also expected to be expert and strong, or at least strong, right, in change management, because that's what has been widely happening in the world. Because of the pandemic, change management is very important. And then we are also known as people who have a deep understanding of the business strategy and how the business makes money. So it is expected that we are also fluent to explain about how the business runs in our organization to the potential employees, to the third party that we are working with, or even to our employees who join the organization. And then more importantly, HRBP is also someone who collaborate with different stakeholders to implement the HR solutions. So are we really considered as a solution-based group of people who effectively and appropriately, assisted the business from the HR solution standpoint? And then another expectation that comes to us as HRBP is how we can align the company strategy, and see how the market is progressing, right? And how we can translate that into the HR practices that help the organization at the end, right? And then we also are expected to influence the line managers on any existing HR programs. We also challenge them, influence them on the certain behavior that the organization is intended to have, right? So there are so many things that is expected of us, right? And then if we were about to start a journey as a HRBP, probably the normal questions or the natural question to ask is, how do we start? Or where do we start? Right? And this is where you know, our contributions here as a HR practitioners would become handy, right? And hopefully we can talk more about about that in the group discussions. I also see here that Mr. Musharraf Hussain, our guest speaker of the evening, has been here around us. I would like to check if you are ready to present, Mr. Musharraf Hussain. Rita?
Yeah, Mr. Hussain is here. Yeah, he's here.
Okay. Is he ready to present now?
Yes, I am ready. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much. And for this purpose, everyone, I would like to stop my sharing. Let me see how I do it. Okay, let me stop my sharing. Okay. And here we are. Okay, let me reintroduce Mr. Musharraf Hussain. Excuse me. So Mr. Hussain is the president, Federation of Bangladesh Human Resource Organization, former president of APFHRM and BSHRM, global HR guru and thought leader, trainer of AsiaHRM certification program on human resources business partnering in Bangladesh. He has over 30 years of experience, and here he will be sharing with us about the HR business partner role, and the floor is yours, Mr. Hussain.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'm very grateful to Rita and all the organizers for giving me this opportunity to speak for you. And the presentation I have prepared is approximately 30 minutes presentation, and I'll try to introduce what is all about business partnering means and why should we do it. And I see some of the participants from Bangladesh also. I welcome all of you also in this presentation. So without spending much of time, I know that I have about 30-40 minutes time. So I'll also try to do it within the time frame. So have you given me the sharing option, or it is already there?
Yeah, it's already there.
Okay. Okay, can you see my slide and sound? Everything is okay with you?
Yes, sir. Everything
Yes,
is okay.
everything is okay.
Yes, okay.
Okay, thank you very much. So before I go for HR business partnering, let me share with you flashback our this Asian situation of the HRs. Basically, in most of the countries in Asia, HR started in the name of personnel management or something like this before 70s. And as you have already introduced myself, I was the president of the Asia Pacific HR Federation, so I have quite a good idea about the HR practices of Asia and also the specific region. So our HR was actually a personnel department or record management department. So this was our starting. And then after 70, next 25 years, the name change. We have been struggling between HR and personnel management and little bit of some HR functions and brought into OD and change management. And then the millennium is the changing time environment becoming more complex, competitive, challenging, and attracting and retaining the talent become major issues, and technology integrated and then outsourcing. But what will be the next 25 years? It will operate more strategically and operationally. We have to have a kind of transformation and elevation from routine job to strategic job. And we have to optimize the human resource performance and maximize the result. And it is only possible to add values and produce result through appropriate business partnering. And today my talk is on the business partnering. If you see that, if we see that strategic business partners are people who work with the management to define and align the implementation with the business, because there is a strong need of human functions to adapt with the strategic functions, business partner. And there is a need for us to contribute significantly to the bottom line. There is a saying that HR is the cost center. We eat money and marketing says they earn money. We have to, come out from this. We should also add value. And as you know that if we can optimize an effective and efficient utilization of the human resources, then we can definitely produce more result and output. And there is a serious gap between business leaders and HR. That is a huge problem. And many traditional HR are working in isolation. They are service provider, they will be in their office and people will go and get the service. But we have to access, I call it SCT, means we have to have the access and grow credibility. Why people will be coming to us? If we cannot add any value, if we are not credible, if we are not trusted partners, why people will be coming to us? Many of the organizations, what I see, that line managers are making the decisions, HR is just implementing, not even involved in the top management table. So real partnership will be starting if we can find a place of HR professionals in the top management table and participate and discuss on the strategic issues. If we can align HR strategy with the business strategy, otherwise our value, our contributions will be never, ever counted. So if you see, there are three different functions we do. Transactional, most of the organizations, some tactical, but we have to go to the strategic. And that's the reason our strategic business partnering should be there. I have no idea about Indonesia, but I'm sure that you are not 100% at the strategic level. You may be in between transactional and practical. In Bangladesh also, this is the same. And this is what our point of discussion today, how we can be strategic and how we can be strategic business partners. So I'm emphasizing of discussing with the clients. Clients means for HR, our clients is our line manager, our management and investors. First things, we have to understand the business needs. What is the business needs? What then exactly need? You know that in organization, all resources minus human resources equal to zero resources. So we have to make sure and understand what is the business needs, and most of those needs should be demonstrated through our performance. And we should also understand the performance needs. We should discuss the needs of each and every individuals in terms of their performance. And we should introduce a very vibrant performance appraisal systems in the organization, where each and every employee are bound to develop the objectives and goals at the beginning of the year in a participatory manner, in line with the organizational goals, in line with the business goals. And we have to create an environment of infrastructure, and work process should be designed in such a manner like nowadays many organizations, they are working from home. I have been working from home for last 16 months, but our clients should not suffer. Our service should not suffer. And we have to have the capability needs. In most of the organizations in Asian countries, what I see that we have a lot of people, but when it is a competency, it is not up to the mark. So we have full of people, but less competency. For that, we need to significantly increase the capability of the people, I mean knowledge, skills, and there should be continuous learning and development programs in the organization. And most of those learning and development programs should be, self-directed, built on LMS. So these are the areas business partners should discuss with the clients. So what will be the strategic business partner accountabilities? Accountability is that we have to build a client partnerships. There is no shortcut. And identify and partner to support the strategic projects. We have to jointly identify what exactly the line managers are looking for. And we have to influence the business strategies and directions. What I teach in the university, I said that if I don't understand the business, I'm not in a position to support. I'm not in a position to add value in the business. So first, I have to have the business acumen. HR professional, those who have the business acumen, they are successful. Because if I understand the business, then I will be able to link where the support is necessary. So that is missing in most cases. In many organizations, just HR is carrying out the order, working like a subordinate, no bias, submissive attitude, no assertiveness. Those days is gone. So what we have to do? We have to maintain confidence on ourselves. When we discuss with our clients, business partners, we have to maintain confidence. We have to honor the commitments. What we commit, we have to deliver. And our words should match with our action. If we say a lot of things and do not deliver, then it will be very, very difficult. Act to support the organizational values. Many organizations, they even did not develop their own values. Organization must have their core values, and that core values should be reflected through the actions and behavior of the employees during interaction with the clients. So we have to develop the core values in line with our business, in line with our organization, and we have to orient our employees and internalize those values so that they demonstrate. And we have to be a straight shooter. We have to be assertive. When we have to say no, we have to say no. With, of course, logic and justifications. And we have to sound in board and listen deeply. If the problem that we don't listen, and if we don't listen, we cannot be able to understand the perspectives. And without listening, we will not be able to share our opinions and perspectives. And we have to keep focus on the big picture. Vision, mission, goals, and objectives of the organization. In my view, vision is the practical dream of the organization. So we should focus what is the dream of the organization, and accordingly we should work. And there's a management saying that think globally, act locally, something like this. We may be doing something very small, but we have to keep a perspectives that this will contribute in achieving the vision of the organization. Accept the accountability, that is very important. And the problem in many cases, what I have seen, that when it is credit, we try to take it. When it is discredit, we don't want to take it. So we have to be careful on it and avoid blaming others. This is human nature. So that is not possible in organization, because in organization, things are different. We have to be professional. If we cannot do anything, we said, yes, sorry, I cannot do it. So we have to have a balance between the industry need and organization needs. And accordingly, we have to discuss with the business partners. And our business partner are our clients, our line manager, our investor, even our customers. So this balance is necessary. In many cases, what I see that we fail to make this balance. The way we maintain the interest of the employers and employees in a balanced situation, same way we should also make balance on industry and organizations. So what kind of things we have to consider? When we'll be working for the organization, we should develop a business model. We should develop the operational metrics. We should develop some kind of balance sheet and a strategic plan. I have shown you a picture that our destination is to be strategic. And we have to develop the core processes. And this is not permanent. Because of the COVID, the process has been significantly changed. I have discussed about the values of the organization, and we have to create a conducive work culture in the organization where people will cooperate and support each other. And we have to maintain the customer profile and accordingly, provide them support. And we have to remember, we have the competitors and we have to compete in the competitive environment. So we have to have the competitive strategies. When it is industry, I have to understand the marketplace, where I'm working. Who are our key players? What can make differentiation? Industry force, what is the industry force? And compliance is a huge issue nowadays. It is in any country, there are government regulations and also organizational regulation, societal regulation. We have to comply each and everything. And we have to see which market segment is for our business. And we have to also consider the global factors in our industry. So this should be a good balance. If we cannot have a good balance, our organization will remain as a local organization. We will never ever be able to be a global organization. So our perspective should be global. We'll start with the local organization, we'll work, we'll grow, and finally we'll go for the global. Our footprint should be global. So what are the foundational competence? If we really want to, create impact in the organization, we have to have competence as a mastery level. It's not the ordinary level. Competence on talent selection, talent recruitment, development of the talent and retention of the talent, career management. Nowadays, young generation who are very optimistic about their career. So you should be able to show them the green light in the other side of the tunnel. People should be able to see and articulate an aim for their career. And we have to have a succession planning in the organizations. In most of the business organizations, the problem is successors are coming from the family without any qualification and experience. And that is ruining a lot of the business. And that's why what I see in Bangladesh, in the first generation, business is working like anything. In the second generation, struggling. In the third generation, sometimes some business are disappearing because of the wrong selection of the successor. So we have to have a very structured and vibrant succession planning program. I have no problem. Successors are coming from the family, but they should come with the proper qualification and proper recruitment process. And last point is the compensation and benefit. This is a huge impact in the organization. We have to be able to, design the competitive compensation and benefit systems in the organization. People should be rewarded appropriately and timely. That should be in place. Otherwise, what will happen? We'll be hiring the best people, but they will be leaving. And end of the day, what will happen? We will become a training institute. We'll hire the fresh talent, groom them up, train them, and the service will be taken by our competitors' organization. That will be very, very difficult. So what will be our second level competence? As I mentioned, that change management is according to the Dave Ulrich. He has prescribed 4 roles for HR. And one of the roles is the change agent. And it is the HR who has to manage all the changes. And we have to available for any consultation. And we have to have the skills in order to develop a consulting model. And next one is the Ehr system. I strongly believe, and in my organization where I full-time work, we have incorporated IT into our HR processes. And now 80 to 90% of our HR processes are handling through paperless, through IT. So that is possible. I can mention about some of the example, the recruitment, 100% paperless, performance appraisal, 100% paperless, benefit system, 100% paperless. So only some of the legal requirements, we have to have some hard copy. So we have to have a technology. Our performance should be up to the mark. It is continuously going up. We have to make sure we have to have a kind of ECG report to see for each and every employee what is their performance is going on. In our country, when people are senior, growing in the organization, they get the salary increase in every year. So our aim should be to do justice for the organization and to ensure that with the salary raise, people are contributing better and more contribution. And next thing is the organizational development. Organization is like a child. The way we take care of our child very carefully, we have to also take care of the organization. I consider organization as the vehicle for achieving the goals of the organization, and that vehicle should be up to date. If your vehicle is up to date, your journey will be very comfortable. So we need to take care of the organization like a child and design, redesign, and adapting the changes and make the organization customer friendly, and appropriate technology should be incorporated. People should be able to work from anywhere from the world. We should design the organization in such a manner. Just for your information, my master's level study, my major was OD. So I have some theoretical and some practical experience. So the major reason of not being successful of most of the organizations, this organization design was poor and organization was not developed appropriately. So that is the job of HR professional. So we have to understand the whole principle. And as I mentioned also past, that we have to deliver what we commit and state the financial business case. Like I give you one example. When I introduced the e-recruitment system in my organization in 2005, then there was a question that what would be the benefit of this e-recruitment system. And I clearly calculated direct and indirect benefit and end up the 3 million taka, or currency is taka, which is 85 taka is a dollar, US dollar. So I have clearly shown that by introducing the e-recruitment system has become very reliable, friendly to the customers, and on top we will be saving 3 million taka. So we should be able to calculate our contribution and show to the organization and connect all the dots. There are many dots in the organization, and translate all the HR perspectives, share accountability for the result, and be objective in discussion. When we discuss, be specific, objective. Superficial discussion, vague discussion will not help. If we see any inappropriate actions in the organization, we have to challenge it. As I mentioned that nowadays our workforce is diverse. We have transgender people, we have the female people. We have to have a zero tolerance on some of the aspects. Sexual harassment, discrimination, different treatment is unacceptable in the organization. And we have to under-promise and over-deliver. Otherwise, it will be difficult. If we under-promise and over-deliver, clients will be happy and deliver on time and under budget or less than budget. Money is very, very important. As HR professional, our job is to save money. We are not in a position to earn money, but I strongly believe earning 1 taka is not always a net profit. Saving 1 taka is always a profit, net profit. And we are in a position to save money in the organization. So this is my last slide. What HR needs to be most strategic and integrated in the business. We have to have a real business partnering, build partnership based upon credibility and trust. People will never, ever make partnership with us if we are not trusted, if we are not credible, if we are not the competent. And this provides opportunity to identify and support project directly aligned with the business goals. So we should be able to identify and support the business and the special projects. HR should enable for long-range based strategic and the plans. The strategic business partner demonstrate competence. As I again and again I mentioned that we should demonstrate the competence through our questioning for clients, knowledge of the business, and ability to translate business into the performance result. That is our job. We'll hire the best talent, we'll groom them, develop them, and engage them, and make sure the business performance and result through these people by aligning HR strategy with the business strategy. And being a strategic business partner will mean change for the entire HR functions. And that's why I will end my discussion with the quote of the global HR academic guru. I call him academic guru, and I'm very fortunate that I sit with Deb Ulrich in an editorial advisory board of the South Asian Journal for Human Resource Management. If you have time, you can see this is a very credible journal, and I'm fortunate to see with the global academic guru in the same committee, and we virtually meet twice or thrice in a year. So his quote is, despite the growing points, the future of HR is phenomenal. Deb Ulrich. And I am very optimistic, and I see the country who has more people, they will have more economic, better economic position in future. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. I was told for 30 minutes and I tried to make my presentation short. I can give 3 hours presentation also on the HR business partnering, but since time is an issue, you said 30 minutes. I tried to finish in 30 minutes, but if you have any question, this is the time for question. Over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Hussein. And for your information, everyone, Mr. Hussein will be also one of the lead lecturer for HRBP certification program conducted by AsiaHRM. And I'm honored also to be a part of the guest speaker, and Rita is also one of the facilitators as well. So if you want to learn further about HRBP, feel free to join the program and register yourself. And Mr. Hussein, we have one question coming from Mr. Farouk here. The question is, in the emergency response program, project duration is very short. HR team also have 1 or 2 members. In that situation, how HR person play vital role as HR business partner? Thank you for the question.
Thank you very much for asking this question. And this is Farouk Hussain. I think name looks like he's from Bangladesh. Fine. I'm very happy to report here, when I was working with the CARE International, Indonesia has also CARE. I spent 20 years with the CARE International in different countries in Bangladesh also. And I was heading the emergency department also for some times in Bangladesh. And for that, I had also opportunity to do a diploma on disaster management from AIT in Thailand. With all my experience, what I strongly feel that during emergency time, and I was posted to manage the emergency response program in Russia, in West African country called Ivory Coast, and also Kenya. So I have some experience also managing the emergency project. Actually, the more HR competency and HR management is necessary during the emergency management, emergency project management. When you have the emergency response project, you have to hire people quickly. You have no luxury to take 15 days time for advertisement. You will advertise today, hire tomorrow, join, employee will join day after tomorrow. So when this is the situation, what I used to do for this kind of situation, we have the emergency response plan, HR plan. We have the emergency response HR plan, where we try to have a shortcut process by not compromising the organizational compliance level, but we have to have a different kind of HR plan for dealing the emergency project. And for that, you need highly capable people. Like in many, since the question is from Bangladesh, in Bangladesh, we used to take the written test and then practical and sometimes and then final interview or viva. So in the emergency project, you have no luxury to go all of them. So you should be very intelligent, very capable, so that only with 15, 20 minutes or half an hour discussion, you should be able to identify the right people. So that's why I think it's better to have an emergency HR plan in the organization in line with the normal HR plan, and most of the policies and procedures should be squeezed. And by the word emergency, it's clearly mentioned that we have to make sure that people will be on board very soon, performance will be very soon. You know, in Bangladesh, the Rohingya operation is going on. The influx from the Myanmar, we have more than 2 million people are in refugee in Rohingya, and we have a special program there. So we have, you'll be happy to know that we have hired about 300 people in 2 weeks' time without compromising the quality. So that is possible. And it was possible because of our competency, our credibility, and our quick approach. As I mentioned, the if the line manager, it is an emergency program, COVID, we have set up a COVID hospital in the Rohingya area. You see that hiring all these technical people within 2 weeks' time is not very easy. But we have done it because of our comprehensive plan, advanced plan. And as I mentioned that when the project proposal was even developed, we were involved. So things went simultaneously. The line manager was designing the project and we are planning the human resource. We have developed the hiring process. So everything was going simultaneously. So that is possible. So the usual business plan will not be possible. That's why HR business partner will be work very closely like a business person, and then it is possible. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for the comprehensive explanation about it. I totally agree that we always have to have a normal strategic plan, and then we also have to have a BCP or business contingency plan. And I think in any organization, especially in this kind of situation during the pandemic, that's what is implemented most. Yeah. But we also have to be mindful of the future of work, that we need to strike the balance or even innovate what we have done so far, be it is normal combined with the BCP. All right, there is another question coming up from Rita, Mr. Hussein, and the question is, how should we move from an operational HR to a HRBP?
Can you repeat the question again?
The question is, how should we move from an operational HR to an HRBP?
Okay, thank you. This is a very very likely question. As I have shown you a picture from transactional to tactical to strategic. Now is a high time to integrate IT into our business process and delegate many of your routine and repetitive tasks to machine. They'll never make any mistakes. If you can design nicely, then all of your, like I tell you, even the shortlisting can be automated. Your through e-recruitment system, your contract management and everything is automated. So my suggestion would be to approach to get rid from the routine and operational, but still remain as credible. First thing is that we should integrate IT and delegate most of the routine and repetitive tasks where I call it that is a leg work. It's not a very lovely word, it's a leg work where your brain is not necessary. It's a repetitive. A machine can do it. There was a cashier system was disbursing money in Bangladesh. Now we have the ATM machine. And cashier made the mistake in counting. ATM did not make any mistake. So that's why first approach is most of our routine tasks, you give it to the machine. You design the EHR system. Second thing is that you give the third party or the outsourcing company the routine jobs and jobs and technical and specialist jobs. We will be doing only the strategic job. If we bog down with all this routine job, in many organizations in Bangladesh, even the HR professionals are manually maintaining the attendance of the people. And I give a laugh. Many of the employees, they're preparing the payroll, whereas no human touch is necessary. No HR person is necessary for attendance project. You can have a Kronos project or many attendance project is available. Off-the-shelf product is available. And payroll, you can outsource it. Many organizations in Bangladesh, they outsource their payroll and an organization who is based in Singapore. No problem. They are not taking your money. So if we can do this way, we can definitely, give up the routine jobs, repetitive jobs, and focus more on core and strategic jobs. Possible.
Right. I totally agree with your explanation. Probably, Rita, if you don't mind me giving an additional tips, I started always with three things to plan a strategy or best practices. One is which one needs to stop. And then two is which one needs to continue. And the third one is which one needs innovation. And the innovation part is where we excel ourselves from being operational to be more transactional or even more strategic. And once we have decided the kind of job that falls under those categories, the other three tips that I have is what is categorized under strategic, what is categorized under operational excellence, and what is categorized under quick wins. Because we need to have the combination of those three, especially quick wins, because people need to see how credible their HR team is, right? How fast they can get answers or something like that. So those are my 2 cents to contribute to Mr. Hussein's explanation. All right, there is another question coming from Shad. The question is there any comprehensive guideline in a document that you recommend for finding some of the HRBP initiative?
Yes, my friend Deb Ulrich has written many books on this HR partnering model, and I think you will have 4 or 5 books he's written by him, and these are available in the website, and also you can order. This is widely available.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I think Dave's thought leadership is still very, very much relevant to our roles right now. And you are correct. There are around 5 books about it, starting from HRBP 2.0, and then HR role, and then in and out. I couldn't remember all the books, but those are the books that he wrote. Okay. And then there is another question, sir. How to convince the leader or CEO to have strategic HRBP in the organization to play such an important role? As we know that not all leaders have this belief.
Yes, I think there is no magic. Only magic trick is your competence. If you add values, if you can fully understand the business, if you can align the HR strategy with the business strategy, and if you can show the benefit of listening HR, then it is possible. And that's why in my last slide, I mentioned that we have to have a seat in the top management table. Nobody will give you the seat automatically. When you will create a situation when people will feel that adding you in the top management table, in the strategic team, will add the value for the organization. So my suggestion, the question was asked by someone from Indonesia. So my suggestion would be, first, we have to acquire the mastery level competency. I am the HR professional. I should be the master of HR in my organization. Unfortunately, many of the organizations, HR become everybody's job. Everybody tries to do the HR job. So I should be unique and different, stand out from the crowd, and demonstrate that I am the master. I'm the HR person with the mastery level competency. First thing. Second thing, we should talk like a business person. That means I have to have a full business acumen. I should fully understand what is the business of my organization. And then I should try to contribute in the business strategy. When people will see that I am contributing even in the business strategy, and if I can show the linkage, how HR strategy will be helping the business to grow and deliver, then I think you don't need to pray for it. Rather, they will take you in the committee and they will listen to you. Our tools and technique will be our competency, our contributions, and values in the organization. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I also would like to share with you, other than those of Mr. Hossein has shared, there are many companies, the HR consultant companies, that can help you as well to assess the maturity of the organization and also the maturity of the HR. And then they will put you in certain stage of journey and help you also assess the gap. And I think that's a good start for us to see, because yes, it is bulletproof that our competence should speak louder than what we dream of, that what we aspire to. But at the same time, we need to know where is our organization running and at what stage are we, because we can have probably the best talent hidden in our HR team, but if, for example, it is not aligned with the journey of the organization, maybe we should renavigate, we should rethink of the whole thing that we do in HR. So I think that's also something that hopefully can add on. All right, thank you again, Mr. Hossein. And unfortunately, we only have 4 minutes left in this case. It's always...
there is a hand raised. Somebody,
somebody...
Hassan.
Okay, somebody.
Hassan, there is a hand raised.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Somebody raised hand.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Shall I go forward?
Sure, Shatil.
Okay.
Please.
Thank you so much. I'm Shatil from Bangladesh, and thank you so much, Musharraf sir, for sharing your wonderful insights. So I had this question. I served at BRAC for 2 years, and I was an HRBP there for a small SBU. The problem that I frequently faced is like the most of the jobs that I performed, or most of the tasks that I performed was more need-based. Say, for example, I have to recruit 10 people in the first quarter, but there were no prerequisitions. Suddenly, one day, the CEO came up and said, you need to give me 10 people by the end of the month. Say, for example, if I need to provide a training, there were no pre-warnings or pre-plans. So in cases like that, where most of the things are impromptu, how do we implement the strategies?
Thank you. It's a very nice question. Thank you for asking. And just for all of your information, BRAC is the world's largest NGOs in the world. So his experience is very, valuable experience. Yes, this has happened. What you have mentioned that I need 10 people tomorrow, that can happen. But what I would like to suggest, that if we, together with their clients and the business partners, if we can develop a proper human resource planning, you can significantly reduce this kind of ad hoc kind of request. If somebody says that everything is unplanned, then the problem is that person. I have no problem for 10, 20, 25%, emergency or ad hoc, but there should be a comprehensive HR plan. And that HR planning is missing in many organizations. Even if you go for an emergency project, when you develop the HR project proposal, you have the HR plan there. And what I am saying that if HR person is involved during the proposal development, that person will add value and plan the human resources at the proposal stage and develop the implementation plan simultaneously. So the moment the project gets approval, we can also launch it. But emergency is emergency. There will be some ad hoc that should be handled in an efficient manner. But most of the human resource related matters should be planned in advance. When I say HR plan, many people, they misunderstand that they consider HR plan means counting heads, how many need, how many we have. This is not the HR plan. HR plan is more than that. What are the skills and competency you need, and what are the skills and competency you have? Of course, you need the number, but number is important, competency is more important. And because of lack of competency in many organizations in Bangladesh, I do a lot of television program, and I say that in many organizations, because of lack of competency, they hire 3% for doing the job of 1% because of lack of competency. So this is happening. So my straightforward suggestion, we'll start with the HR plan, and of course we'll keep some provision to address any urgency, and that is possible. But if everything urgent, everything unplanned, it is not possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I hope that answer your question, Mr. Shatil.
No, he's happy. He has acknowledged.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, sir, for your
Thank you so much.
insights.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. I think we learned so much from the session today, right? And we had a lot of, fruitful information that we can learn from, develop, or even immediately implement to the context of our organization. Again,
can I say one thing? I see a lot of queries. I can mention one thing. If you have already registered for AsiaHRM HR Business Partnering Certification course, I have designed the first module, first class, and I have just finished it. 2-hour session on the HR business partnering, where I'll be able to give you a lot more. Because of time constraint and webinar, it was not possible to give a lot of things. But if you have already registered, or if you register, I'm sure that you'll be highly benefited from other speakers also, in addition to. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So it is highly encouraged that all of us here join the HRBP certification program. Moreover, I hope you don't mind if you will be personally contacted, Mr. Hussein. Or
Yes, no problem.
Yeah, you are contacted through Asia.
Can I write my email address in the chat box?
Sure. It's gonna be even much better.
You can definitely write me anytime.
Okay. All right. So if we don't have any more questions or things to share, allow me to wrap up the session today by saying thank you again, Mr. Hussein, for being our such, a prominent speaker. And I do learn a lot, and there are so many implementable and practical, knowledge that we can immediately apply. And I hope everyone also think the same way. All right. And you will be getting the information of our session today from the Facebook closed group of AsiaHRM, and also the LinkedIn page of AsiaHRM. And I also thank Rita for organizing that, and Carmen, and the participants today. And I'm sure you will be contacting us personally for these sources. All right. And thank you for getting your email written here, Mr. Hussein. Okay. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you so much for attending, and all the best.
Thank you very much. It has been a great pleasure for me, and thank you, Rita and Daya, for inviting me.
Yeah, let's take a picture before we end the session. Is that okay with all of you?
Yes.
Oh, take a picture. Yes, picture.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. Have a great evening to everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night.